just keep breathing. I can't help myself but stare. Double check for double meanings. I'm a man who's got very specific taste. You're just my type. Oh, you got a pulse and you are breathing. You're just my type. Oh, I think it's time to begin. You're just my type. Just my type. Oh, you got a pulse and you are breathing. You're just my type. Oh, I think it's time to begin. You're just my type.
Oh boy, let me get to right there. There we go. All right, hold on, give me a second. Oh boy, how's everybody's night going? We're back. Oh yeah, and are we back? Hey, Beyond Formal is in the house. Oh boy, I am beyond excited. I've been looking forward to this night all week. Good there? Am I good there? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on King of Whitties. I don't know if I'm shadow banged anymore. Hail to Kek is right. That is right. We're back in Kekistan, boys. 2017's back. I think I am the Trump of Indy, honestly. I think you're right. I think there are so many people that are afraid of me. I don't know if that's what is it? Is it more important to be feared or loved? Is it a little too much to ask for both? I'm just saying, you know. I know we're going to talk about some of this stuff actually because I've been thinking about it for the last few days, especially doing the committee videos, which I did the recap for the council video and I did the video for the what was it? Parks and Rec. That thing is going to turn into a mess. I already know that. I don't know how they're going to find the money, like everything else, without raising taxes, without raising fines. But also, did I put it on there or no? Okay, hold on. There's also up to something. I am up to something too. All right. If this gets a blue check mark, basically, I'll be taking over the account. That's all. So I will be able to report everything. Ketamine Jesse, ketamine, the ketamine cowboy is right. Yeah, he wasn't there. He wasn't there for the council meeting. He wasn't there for the Parks and Rec meeting. Allegedly, he's sick. Who could say? Maybe I'm not saying that he is, but maybe he's in rehab. I don't know. Maybe he finally lost his shit, and he finally hit the joint, and he's just like, Dad, I miss you. The apple truly has fallen from the tree. But follow this one. It's Indy_reporter_. I don't know if you'll be able to find it in the search bar. You just might have to do the old x.com/Indy_reporter_. I might be taking. I want a doctor note too. I want to know where he's been. He's still on Twitter. That's all I know. Obviously, he's doing something. But like I said, if this gets the blue check mark, I will be taking it over as, and funny story how this whole thing happened too. But make sure you give it a follow. There's gonna be a whole lot of fun, and I want to start off with, where is it? Oh, okay, here we go. This is the one I wanted to start off with. This is actually how this whole thing started. Was there was an Axios article from the other day, and they're talking about, oh, the suburbs, they're doing so great. And I have said this a lot of times. All of my loyal listeners, my witters, what up? Witter, 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 with the hard R boys and girls. I've been talking about this for a long time of how there's a lot of people are leaving Marion County. Over, what did the last the last one I checked was 8,300 in Indy, over 8,700 in Marion County have left. And they're going to greener pastures. They decided, like, hey, you know what? The Democrat policies that we voted for, my bad. Time to go somewhere else. Hey, you know what this place could use? More Democrats. Let's go ahead and put some cancer over in Hamilton County, Johnson County, Hendricks. The list goes on. Well, this is what was pissing me off. This is kind of how this whole Indy Reporter thing got started. Because for how long have I been saying, do not trust all these leftist media outlets, whether it's InCap, whether it's State Affairs, Axios, definitely not Indy Star, and definitely like people like Abu, where he has this thing that's called the cheat sheet. I think it's like $50 a month, and a lot of people have said like it's basically gossip. And like, oh, when I'm right, I'm right. It's like, well, guess what? I don't want gossip. If you're gonna say this allegedly happened, then go for it. Like the Diego thing. I mean, spoiler alert. He said to Kendall at the State House happenings that, hey, somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas, Diego is going to be getting arrested, or this whole thing is going to pop off, basically. And what happened? We are, the first week and a half into January, and nothing's happened? Oh, boy. So, and then it's not just that. It was, where is it? Marion County continued to grow right here. 2.4% from people in 2019 to 2023. Than in 2014 to 2018. And if you look at the population graph, you will actually see that. This was pretty interesting. Hold on, let me pull this up. Hopefully it's still... Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Now, they're not entirely wrong, but they're twisting it to make it look like, oh, Marion County actually isn't dying. It's not so bad. So they're 100%. They're not only scared to report the truth, but like, I am not going to give anybody a pass where they say I'm okay with twisting the truth or setting a different narrative just for money. Like, I have too much. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's why good guys don't win after all. Maybe that's why psychopaths rule the world. But like, I just can't do that because I don't like it when people lie to me. I've spent like the last 4 or 5 years doing research, figuring out who to trust, who's reliable when they say, hey, this might be happening, or hey, this is happening. I mean, it is very far and few between. Basically, nobody in Indianapolis I can trust, along with others. But they're not entirely wrong. So they brought up like 2018 to 20. What did they say? Hold on, let me go back. There we go. To 2019 to 2023. That's what it was. And so if you look at this graph, I know it's Chat GPT, but I couldn't find anything else. Relying as much as I can lie at Trump, Whitty is right. Hey, maybe I should just run for mayor. I'm telling you, maybe I should just run for mayor. Within a couple of years, hopefully I'll have a big enough following where people will actually pay attention. But I already know that elected officials are watching these videos, which is fine by me. I know they're getting a little bit spooked. But here we go. 2019 is right there. And yeah, it is more than 2023. But if you look at 2020, that's where it peaked. And that's where it really slowed down. And what they do the census basically every 4 years. And, hey. All right, so 2024 still isn't available. 2020 to 2023, we've lost, 0.9% in Marion County, and nobody's thinking that's that much. And then 0.9% in Indianapolis. And they're probably thinking is, hey, it's not actually that much. Well, guess who the people are leaving? It's not like your McDonald's workers. It's not your H-1B folks. These people are making over $150,000, $200,000 where they have the money where they can just get out of here. Even if it's like literally right across the border from 96th Street. And I tell you what, downtown is basically dead. All right. I've been saying this for a long time, ever since 2020. It's totally dead. But this is why I don't trust people like Axios when yeah, so like you look at Hamilton, Hendricks, Hancock, and Johnson, and this is why I don't really believe anything that they're saying, because they're like, oh, from this date to this date, it was okay. It's like, yeah, but from 2020, which was like a pivotal year, that's when everybody started leaving, and they didn't want to tell the entire story. Like I said, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. All of you guys already know this. This is why I posted it up on the why I started helping out Indy Reporter, sending them screenshots, telling them what they should be posting. You know, it's a lot, but I'm pretty good. I don't know. Am I good at this? I don't know. I think I'm okay. Hey, I'm okay. At least I'm not going to put anything out there that's false. I'll give you my opinion. That is 100%. But overall, get out of here. Out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, we'll get to that. All right. So let's go for like the main story here. And then we'll get to ease it off. So we'll talk a little bit about California. We'll talk about this congestion pricing that's happening in New York City too, which that's going to be a giant mess. So this is really funny. Oh, hold on. Actually, let me get to this. All right. So Senator Fadi Kadora, I believe he's a Muslim, and he's a Democrat, obviously. And he posted this the other day, a day on January 8th, and I was just laughing about this whole thing. And HB 1136, which if you don't know what it is, basically if there's not more than 50% enrollment, compared to like how many kids are available to go to school in that area, then the school basically gets shut down. That's like in a nutshell is what's going to happen. I don't know if I still have if I could find it. I was trying to find the article. What the? Oh man, that's right. I can't. That's a story all by itself. Okay, so and if you look at IPS and basically it's Union City, Gary. I wish I could find the article. Jake Teshka was the head author of it, but basically, oh, there it is. Oh, we found it, boys. Okay, here we go. So the main schools are Cannleton, Gary, Indy, Tri-Township, and Union School Corporation. Sorry, I got the Jolly Rancher. I'm going with Watermelon for right now. So what is going on here is like if you look at IPS, because we're in Indianapolis anyway. I am anyway. Almost 50,000 kids are able to go to school in that corporation, right? But only 19,228 actually go to that school corporation. So IPS. There are almost 50,000 kids that could go to IPS, but only just above 19,000 are actually going. The other kids are going to charter schools. They're going to private schools, probably. Probably. I don't know if they're actually going to. Yeah, we got to cut the pork, too. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure the enrollment is because the birth rate's down. Because it shows right here, like there are kids that are able to go to the IPS, but they don't. Mostly because they're going to charter schools. Because they're usually the lottery or like the enrollment starts with the lowest income. So that's like the big deal right now. IPS is obviously throwing a fit. IPS school board strongly opposes. Oh, actually, that's what I wanted to look at. All right, so obviously, IPS is throwing a big fit because that's a lot of money that goes to IPS. It's a shit ton of money. They're not really doing anything. Wish I could. Who is the Alicia Johnson or something? IPS superintendent. Is that her name? Alicia Johnson. Dr. Johnson. Yeah, okay, there we go. Boom. because this is actually really important. It's they're what they're really pissed off about are like the unions are pissed off because they're not getting money. The school corporations are mad because they won't be able to waste any more money. And I'll give you a perfect example. The superintendent of IPS, Alicia Johnson, makes $285,000 a year. Okay, so this is from 2023. Was the superintendent in 2022? Look at that. 276. She right off the bat, she was making she got a $9,000 raise. 2021, $2,000 raise. 2020, she was making 280. So she actually had like a cut, and then she is now making $5,000 more. Hey, you really want to see? I don't know if I spell his name right. Want to see? Crap. Okay, so the superintendent for Wayne Township, you're gonna love this. How much? All right. How much do you think the Wayne Township superintendent makes? Jeffrey Butts. No joke. That's his real name. How much you want to guess how much he makes? Well, let's find out. He makes $314,000 with like a 70 something I learn I read rate. How much was he making in 22? 304. So right off the bat, he made an extra $10,000. No. It gets even crazier. 2021, 298. So just from 2 years, from 298 to 314. Oh, you think that's bad? Hold on. 2020, 302. Okay. Did everybody get a cut or some shit? All right, let's do 2019. 277. Dude made like $30,000. He got a $30,000 raise, basically. $40,000 raise over like 4 years. How crazy is that? Like, his raise is almost as much as the starting pay to be a teacher. That is unbelievable to me. But you know who's really upset? The black community, obviously. So I follow Black Indy Live. I try and keep up with what's going on with Indianapolis. And let me sure. All right, so this is Black Indy Live on Instagram. I really put my head to the ground. I put my finger on the pulse of Indianapolis because, you know, there is a large community of black people in Indianapolis, which you all know of. They're all Democrat voters. And I wanted to see, what are our Democrat voters thinking of this whole IPS thing? Well, it's not too great. What is this young lady is saying this entire nation is moving in the wrong direction, backwards. How could this be good for anyone? And how about y'all actually fund the schools? Give these children something to do. Advance their talents, education, and curiosity. And here we go. That was the one I was looking for. The Lieutenant Governor-elect Micah Beckwith has declared education as woke. Education is not for profit. It should not be privatized. It's not going to be privatized, okay? They have enough money to fund the schools. They won't, because this plan to tear down the public schools is needed to keep the city's economic growth plan in act. The growth plan will push marginalized communities deeper into lower and middle working class. This has been in the works since the 90s. Who is this person? Yeah, I like how her name is Bad Girl Bree. You know what? That's a good question. Oh, jalapeno? Yeah, I say jalapeno jalapeno. Eat it. Eat the jalapeno. It's spicy. It's more picante. More picante, as they say. As the 20% Hispanic people say, like yours truly. So let's here's another one. Can you see it? Okay. So instead of actually funding education, better teacher salaries, and creating programs for the public schools, we're just going to turn them into charter schools, taking away the community parents' involvement. Well, you know what? Sarah the Stallion. The reason why we're in this whole situation is because of the parents. All right. They are not doing their job. The teacher's job is to teach. The teacher's job is not to babysit. It's their job to teach. So when they have to discipline the children because they're not getting discipline at home, it really takes away from the studying, the learning, the knowledge stuff from the other students. I can't even tell you how many stories I have heard of some of these kids just fucking up the place, whether it's breaking TVs while just being a giant nuisance. But, allegedly, this whole thing is racist, right? Because this is what Fady was saying. That it has a racial component by advancing discriminatory policies that are targeted to largest minority. You think this has anything to do with blacks and Hispanics? It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with these administration salaries that are completely outrageous. And what are we getting for our dollar? Nothing. So you're telling me you're okay with half of the school being enrolled, and then you got to pay the janitors. You have to pay the I'm not saying as a bad way, but like you got to pay the teachers that aren't really doing anything. You have to pay these administration types that are definitely not doing anything. That's just crazy to me. And I was trying to figure out. I missed it. Hold on. Oh, there it is. All right. So I was trying to figure out, like, where did this whole racist thing comes from? Well, it turns out, so the other components of this whole Indy reporter thing is that we need to have more people. We need more information. We need more people that are in the back and giving us the information. And this is why I have an education component to it as well. I have people in schools giving me information. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you who they are, but this was kind of interesting. This came from the Indiana Coalition for Public Education, ISP. And what do they have to say it? Racist. There it is. All right. I'll just read this real quick. The bill discounts students coming into the school district. It's actually against school choice. For example, Union School Corp gains over 7,600 incoming transfer students, but loses 242 of its 370 students in the district to surrounding districts. However, if they counted it that way, divided the legal settlement by net transfers, only 2 districts would be over 50%, and they both have some of the largest black student population in the state, Gary and IPS. This bill would then reveal itself flat out as a racist bill. Get over yourself. It's always about racism. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, yeah. Oh, 100%. Great call, KIF76, KYF. That is something that people do not know about. This, hold on. Give me a second. Hold on, let me cook. Because this is a much bigger thing than what people are talking about. Oh. Hold on. Because people don't even realize like how bad it is. Hopefully this will be. Okay, well, if you look this up, a Center Grove superintendent resigned earlier last year, and he was making like $400,000. I wish I could find the article right now. Yeah, you know what? That was my question too, Kif. Am I spelling that right? Can I call you Kif? What it was exactly that. That's where I think the census is going to be all fucked up because there might even be including some of these illegals. I'm not even spelling his name. Oh, that's why it's 2 F's. Hold on. You guys either are gonna love it or you're gonna throw up. That's not it. Well, it's 2023. I can't find the article. But I'll show you right now. There was the guy in Center Grove. He was making 244 large. This was just for 2023. When I saw the article, by the time that they did the stipends and like his salary, it was like $400,000 a year that he was getting paid. It was something, or like 325. It was something unbelievable. Oh no, what happened? Oh, what? My account just got suspended? Are you kidding me? Live on air. Are you kidding me right now? What the fuck? Dude, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? This stuff happens. I can't believe it. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'll be able to I blow a bed today. Okay, maybe it's just the they're watching me right now and Black Indy Live said fuck you. Oh no, it's actually happening in real time. It's happening in real time, boys. It's happening in real time. I can't believe I'm getting suspended live on air. We've suspended your account. I have 180 days left or we'll permanently disable your account. There it is. There it is. What did I say? I'm on look, it's the feds. I'm going to go full Alex Jones on this right now. It's the lizard people. That's what it is. They come out from their cave and they say, find Whitty. We got to find him. We got to take him off Instagram. He's showing too many facts. Well, crap. You know, I actually had something funny to add to that, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to. Come on. I didn't even say anything. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even post anything. I actually had to use it off my my separate Facebook account, the one that I used for my campaign. Because I was like struggling for like the last half an hour or so, trying to get onto Instagram. But if you go on to Black Indy Live, all right, and just go through their reels and tell me, I can't believe it. I can't believe this. This is unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to appeal it. I'm actually going to appeal it. Yeah, I'm not a robot either. I don't know if it's going to show you any information. Email I used. I'm not even sure which email I used for this account. Is that it? Okay. Hold on. Gotta be kidding. Every time. Every time. Okay, here we go. Here's my info. Give me a second. I know. You know, don't be envious. It fucking blows. Dude, I can't even tell you how many times this happens on Twitter. Yeah, they want some private information. Give me a second. I can't believe crap. You know what? I'm clipping this and I'm putting it on the Indy Reporter Twitter page because this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I didn't even do anything. This used to happen all the time on Twitter. I know this might be a little bit boring, but just give me a second. I really want to like stress the point on this whole thing on Instagram. If I can appeal. Okay. All right. I think we're back, boys. Okay. I think we're back. Okay. We're back. Oh God. We're back. We're back live. Hey, you see. Yeah. You might want to add some digis on that D2 for how many of mine that I've been on Twitter. I can't believe it. Okay, so I'm back. All right. Holy crap. That happened. Hey, every time I say that that the internet hates me, it has something on me or whatever, like you just saw it live. You just saw it, all right? So we know how I talked about lies and, you know, confirmation on stuff, trust but verify. This happened in real time. All right, so let's go to the reels. I want to know what our astronauts, I want to know what our philosophers on their reels on. Oh, I want to see what's going on here. You said you
Coop.
Hey, I probably made shit look too. I probably made that shit look simple, and everybody knew that shit get.
That's big.
My God, I wish there was funding for schools. You know how I said this is going to get me in trouble?
And we don't care. Come with me.
Damn, the drop kick. The drop kick. They getting real active in life.
What are we doing? What's going on here?
Oh Lord, all the workers scared though.
I need the video.
Oh Lord, mercy. Lord, she just threw.
Lord, ladies.
You know it's been a drought, fingers crossed, wait, like who was really gonna call the shots? Yeah, you the boss. My ex said pull up on me, I'm here for the night. It's always good between us long as
I'm sorry, but if you're black, you're not country. I don't care. Like, and I wish I meant that in the nicest way. But like,
Oh, wow.
babe,
I forgot about that. That's wild, huh? That's crazy. Who would have thought, huh? I wouldn't have thought. I would have never guessed that. Anyway, there was another one too. Was it Nap? Oh yeah, Naptown Originals. This is actually my favorite Instagram site. Whenever I want to see how Indianapolis is doing, I just hop onto Naptown Originals. I go into the reels and I
blow a bag today. I don't do nothing for gas.
you know what?
I blow the bag today. Walking the mall.
this out. I think this is totally good.
They said Naptown going crazy.
Hey, you know, Naptown boys, here we go. This is funny. Williams Roundup.
Better believe it.
The reason I left Indy to go to Texas. Post the reply. Come back, ain't worth it.
Bitch, we outside.
Hey, what's good? It's your man of God, Minister Corey Jones. Just had a moment on prep. Spending time in a secret place, man, and for some reason the Lord keeps encouraging me to pray publicly for people who may come across this post, who might see it later. So, Father, in the name of Jesus, as you rain snow from heaven, Father God, we just thank you for raining your presence
That's right.
down from heaven, Father God, and sending your son, Lord.
Amen,
We just
brother.
ask you for travel.
Get it, King.
What's good, y'all?
Hold on. I saw one of them. Oh, what was that? Big Mama Lady Night Out. Come and get it. Is that tonight? That's tonight? Yeah, that's tonight, boys. Hey, 10 p.m. We got time to make it. We got time to make it to Big Mama. Should we go? Should I do Whitty reviews live? On scene? Oh, is this? Is that here? Oh, no, okay, this is what the one
The beat, she gon' drop it. Bend it over quick, shake that ass, I'ma pop it. Hey,
Bounce, act like you know mob in the building. Is that ass real? I don't really care. Let me feel it. I got a question. Can you do that dance on
the beat, she gon' drop it. Bend it over quick.
What did she say? Bend it over quick.
The beat, she gon' drop it. Bend it over quick, shake that ass, I'ma pop it. Hey,
Bounce, act like you know mob in the
Ass in my
building. Is that
pocket.
Put up in a two-seater. Yeah. Inside, get it. Money, let's get it.
Wow.
Stepping on the pivot. Do it cause I want to. I don't need the credit. 80 on the Kelly. In that turn steady. Step gang on the bitch, don't approach me. I go up by the week, real motion. I can really play the game and coach you. They ain't dealing hand in hand like wholesale. Baby potato with everything going. Diamond tint and everything pouring. Sent the Uber, get away from me. I'm a different vibe when that liquor hit. We can't be.
Interesting. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Who is this? Is Crackman? That. Indy on the map. Not the. I mean, you know, I'm from Chicago, so the does totally checks out. Don't not be mocking the does. Hell yeah, I think so. I'm gonna get some jalapenos while I'm over there. I'm gonna go to Big Mama's and get some picante jalapenos. You know, probably a couple of picante 9mm in the chest while we're at it. Oh, what the fuck is that? What the hell?
I get around.
What the shit is this? I'm gonna get kicked off YouTube. All right, I can't. Sorry, Gooners. It's not happening. No Gooner hour right now, you freaks. What did I do? What did I do? How? Why did I do this? Anyway, those are the people that are mad that our babies are not getting enough funding. You know, it's a shame. It's a damn shame. I can't believe it. How dare us? I need to save this. I gotta save. I gotta use it for Tuesday's show too. Yeah, we wonder why the schools are failing. I'm sure these are all the single moms too that are not paying attention to their children, that are just out shaking that ass in the pocket. They're going to Big Mama's tonight at 10 p.m. Get your jalapenos. And they're like, why does my little baby, how does my little king not know how to do 2 + 2? It's unbelievable. How dare they? It's wild. I can't believe it. Anyway. All right, so moving on. You know, Chucky Harrison, obviously, he had to put his own 2 cents on here. Don't forget, he still has me blocked because he's a punk. Because he's scared of me. But neither Charter, no problem. He has a point, but at the same time, like, what are you gonna do about it? Don't forget, we got to make sure we like Indy Burner. We got to make sure we like Vietnam K9, Hoosiers, the Sarah Jezebel. Yeah, Sarah Jezebel. Yeah, classic liberal, which is crazy. I don't know if this is a PSYOP account. It's crazy that even a classical liberal understands, like, it always starts at home. Yeah, and then the reality is there are, based. Hold on, I gotta post this. So true, Queen. So true, Queen. I could spell. Yes. Yeah. No. Everybody agrees. I mean, Chucky isn't getting ratioed right now, but there's a lot of facts going on here saying, hey, guess what? It's culture. It's the parents. They're not doing their job. And it all starts off at home or Big Mama's place. Maybe they should take their math book to Big Mama's place. I'm sure there are a bunch of mathematicians, a bunch of scholars, future astronauts that are headed over to Big Mama's tonight at 10 p.m. I'm sure they can solve geometry while they're doing the splits. Maybe there's like poles that are greased up that have the equation, the Einstein's equation. I'm sure there's a person named Einstein over there. King Einstein 317. I'm sure he's over there. All right, what else we got? Okay, so do you guys... Jeffrey. Oh, I do want to talk about this here in a little bit. All right, so we all know what's going on with California right now. It's on fire. It's kind of crazy. Someone had posted on Instagram that if you look at the trail of the fire, it's actually the same trail as the high-speed rail that they wanted to put in. I don't know if that's true, by the way. I found the map for the high-speed rail, but I don't know. Yeah, Latavius Einstein is right. Yeah, Jermaine Einstein for King. Latavius Einstein. That's right. Yeah. E equals MC squared, motherfucker. Hey, hold on. I just thought of something. Man, I'm going to get myself in so much trouble. This thing is going to be clipped the hell if I ever run for office again. It's going to be so good. And guess what, Democrats? Eat shit. I do not care because this is still funny. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. There hold on. You guys remember this? Hey, remember, get your popcorn. This is what's going to be over here. This will be right on the corner of Big Mama's place tonight at 10 o'clock. They're going to have some Barnays and Novel. Here we go.
Fuck your comic every day, though. We ain't know where a bookstore was, nigga. We right here in front of Barnays and Nobly, nigga. Every day. Came in here and got all your books, nigga. everything, nigga. You know what I mean?
Everything.
Yo, fuck this book, nigga. All the rage, nigga. We got rage, nigga. We in the streets.
It's a soft bag anyway.
When's the last time you took a cigarette burn, nigga?
You're not a real nigga. You draw comic strips, nigga. You're drawing strips, so we're on the strip, nigga.
Real niggas don't write books, man. Let me see you do some real nigga shit. Dunk a basketball, nigga.
You see what you did, Mr. Magruder? You see what you did, Aaron?
You see crib shit? No. You see crib shit? No. You see crib shit? No.
Look at all these words in this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's not on me. I don't know what's going on here. That's not on me, though. Okay, so yeah. It's totally on fire. Let's go back to what's going on in California. It's totally on fire. It's totally game over. I don't know what to tell you guys. I think they just straight up you know, if I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on right now, I'm going to I think that this place is totally getting Maui'd. And hey, Camden, why don't you give me a follow? Give me a follow, and I'll give you a follow, okay? Have more subscribers than I do. Good for you. Anyway, California's totally gone. It's over, boys. I don't really give a shit because, like Kif said, it's totally Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't know if you guys saw where there was some Asian dude, and they were asking about, the Asian dude was asking a reporter. I was like, why is it on fire? I do not understand. And, huh? Was he? I don't think so. No, he was totally Asian. If I could find it. And he was like, it's because of all the gay people. So they threw a giant fit about it. Why can't I find it? Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that is really the whole plan. I am convinced that this is definitely part of the whole 15-minute city plan. 15-minute city plan. It is. And what's crazy is that Biden said they're going to fully fund the rebuild, which, what is it right now? Like $150 billion while we're in like this crazy deficit? Like, with what money? What money does the country have to rebuild a shithole place in California? And it was kind of funny watching Cernovich lose his mind the other day, saying that you know, if I was in charge of Twitter, I would have totally banned most of you. But then he's like, oh, you know, feel basically like pray for California. That was kind of crazy, funny. But he was talking about how there's like more Republicans in California than any other place in the country. It's like, yeah, but it's still blue. It doesn't matter. It's like, hey, you know, there's a lot of Marion County actually has the most Republicans in all of Indiana. But guess what? It's still blue. What are you going to do about that? I wish I could find it. Anyway, I'm sure I'll find it. And what they're, you know, obviously everybody's complaining about climate change, climate change. And just a month ago, there was a $300 billion a year deal for climate cash at the UN summit, and it sparked outrage for some, hopes in others. I'm going to play it. It's only 1:30.
The amount that is proposed to be mobilized is abysmally poor. It's a paltry sum. It is not something that will enable conducive climate action that is necessary for the survival of our country and for the growth of our people, their livelihoods. And I'm sorry to say that we cannot accept it.
Nigeria, you have the floor.
If we walk back home with 300 and we say that the developed countries are taking the lead, this is an insult to what the convention says.
Thank you, Mukhtar. It has been a difficult journey, but we've delivered a deal. This new finance goal is an insurance policy for humanity, amid worsening climate impacts hitting every country. But like any insurance policy, it only works if premiums are paid in full and on time.
This is the only space that we have to negotiate and to work towards our common.
What the hell? And what is it? What is? Hold on. Captions off. Animal climate envoy. This dude is like a stereotypical Mexican or something. He does not look like a serious person.
Common goals. We accepted the text because we could not leave Baku without a text, but we're not satisfied whatsoever.
Right. So obviously there's that. But don't worry, you know, California has hydrants with the rainbow on them. And yeah, that was the first time seeing a Hindu wildebeest. I've never seen anything. I swear to God, when I first saw the video, I thought it was a Mexican. I thought it was a torta. And it's so funny though, hearing the Indian complain about mud pollution, because like India is one of the most polluted places in the world. Let's see if I can get it right here. What the crap? There we go. Like, and plus, like, they poop everywhere on the street. There was a TED talk explaining of like, this is culturally okay, shitting and pissing on the street. Oh, I love the memes. How can you not love the memes? This guy was talking about it. And then the India pollution. This was just January 5th. All the things they have to deal with in India. I mean, it really is like a third world country. And how many billions of people are in there? Yeah, look at this right here. Boom. Polluted by single-use plastic. If only we did not poop on the roads. Only if we did not throw our garbage in the ocean. There was a video that I saw, like all the crap running from Delhi runs into the ocean, into the Indian Ocean. And it's kind of funny too. In Nigeria. I mean, they have really, you have a place to talk. Pollution is depleting fish stocks in the city of Yolo. This was 2019. Look at this. India. Yeah, China. You know, look my life. 4 Nigerian cities on the top list of top 20 cities for the worst air pollution. October 2022. I mean, yeah, you know, I might actually open the message we're talking about. What we talking about? What? Twitter? Or on YouTube? Message. What? So illegitimate scholar, obviously. Nigeria pollution is all messed up. Plastic pollution. What is swore? Plastic. Well, they banned single-use plastic in 2018. That's funny. Yeah, this part might be slightly live on stream. What you talk about, Camden? Hold on, let's watch this real quick. A-Rap news. Raising plastic pollution awareness. Oh, I know what I wanted to watch.
Thank you, Mr.
Polluted by single-use plastic. India is building roads from plastic waste from 2022. This was always the question, though. Like, how much energy does it take to recycle all this stuff India is leading the world cleaning beaches and banning plastics. Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds like propaganda to me. India produces 3 times more plastic pollution than China, despite having a similar population. Well, I mean, is China giving us all the data, really? I mean, last time I checked, it wasn't a good idea to check out a... Oh! Oh, okay. Hey, where have you been? You're not on Twitter anymore. Oh, is it on Twitter? Oh, okay, there it is. There you are. Where have you been? I'm following you right now, Camden. You know, maybe I will do a live stream once it warms up. I'll do a live stream with you. Hey, did your people vote for me? That's what I want to know. Where have you been? I was actually looking for you during election season. And I had some questions too. So anyway, India is a shithole. Nigeria is a shithole. Congo, do you remember I wonder what the Congo population is. Not only might be number 1 for pollution, but they are also number 1 for most rapes. Congo is the rape capital of the world, in case you didn't know. And we have all these refugees coming from the Congo. Actually, like, Congo is like one of the top areas that we're getting these refugees, if you didn't know that. Holy shit. I mean, if you want to, kind of sad, actually. Look at the kids are mining cobalt. So while you're getting your Tesla, these are your miners. All right. Plastic pollution in the Congo, cobalt mining in the Congo, $24 trillion. But look at the people. There was Rogan had a whole thing on this too. Yeah. Plastic bottles in the Congo River. Jeez. No, I gotta get up early. I'm going to the Braun thing tomorrow. The Braun, oh yeah, hey, yeah. I don't know if there's still tickies going on around right now, but I'm going to this thing tomorrow. Get out of here real quick. We're gonna talk about California and still real quick. Oh my god, this is so cringe. Oh my god, this is so cringe. Hold on. I'm all over the place today. It's because it's Saturday night. That's why. All right. Is this not this kind of cringe, right? Not wearing his standard blue shirt. Aegis. And I want that glass. Beckwith, get me that glass. I want that glass. I already have a Banks coffee mug. I want that glass. I'll snatch it. Oh, the inaugural gala. Wow, this is fun here. Message me your phone number on Twitter. Okay, so anyway, there's going to be... Is this it? Yeah, so this is what I'm going to tomorrow. It's free admission. Go and sign up. I don't know if it's going to be dumb or not, to be honest with you. I'm not... Depending on how dumb it is, I'm taking off. I also don't want to dress nice because it's going to be cold and snowy. Oh, you couldn't hear the audio? There wasn't anything, really. There was nobody speaking. It was just kind of cringe. Doc Baker, fuck you. All right, who's this dipshit? That's real. Anyway. All right, so we're in trouble, boys. We're in deep doo-doo in California. It's totally going to become a 15-minute city. Yeah, it probably will be dumb. Whenever I go to these kind of events, But it's not, if I can go to the State Museum for free, I don't know, as long as I can walk around. I want to check out the stuff. I heard there's some mighty cool things over there. Some things that I will like. But speaking of California, we have all these people that are complaining about climate change, and allegedly LAPD detained a suspect for starting fires in Woodland Hills, California. This guy allegedly that he had like a debit card from United Nations and like a couple of burner phones too, allegedly. So I don't know what's going to happen with this whole thing. And then Cernovich was talking about how there's a bunch of people running around with propane torches, setting things on fire. There are a bunch of reports of looters too. Obviously, we knew that was going to happen. But apparently Orange County is a carry county, like a concealed carry county. So I pointed out that it takes 1,500 to 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit to cremate a body. And the average house temperature is 1,000 degrees. Or, no, 2,000 degrees. So, just saying, like, someone's trying to loot your shit and burn things on, and set things on fire, throw the dead body in a burning house. It'll turn them into dust. You're off the hook after that. I don't know.
Bodies.
There's
got some interesting developments in Australia where
hold on.
our...
You guys probably can't read the captioning.
Regulatory body got some interesting developments in Australia where our regulatory bodies want to tell us that you don't need Australian qualifications to be a GP, and they're also introducing that to radiologists, that a radiologist can report in Australia from overseas or come here without any Australian qualifications.
All right, so in case you guys didn't hear that, this guy is claiming that people from overseas can basically become a nurse or a doctor without getting Australian qualifications. Wherever they're coming from, it's good enough for them. And this is kind of why I don't, call it whatever it is. I don't really trust foreign doctors anyway. I mean, fortunately, in Indiana, the qualifications aren't that get them. You would think if you're good at it, you'll be able to pass the exam and do whatever you have to do to get it. You're a foreigner anyway. This is kind of, I brought this picture up only because this is kind of what you get with white flight. You end up with a slum in a ghetto. This isn't a third world nation. This is Detroit. And they were talking about replacement as a dangerous conspiracy theory. And they said, like, in London in 1960, it was 90% white, and now it's only 11% white. And they compared it to all these other countries, or places in around the world, London, Sydney, Brussels. Yeah, it's white flight if it moves away. It's gentrification if whites move into a space. Pretty much nailed it right there. Okay, so I wanted to talk about one last thing before we get into the billies. Oh, no, hold on real quick. So Garfield Park, which was the highest amount of voters next to Fletcher Place for Justin Moed, some bums set a place on fire. And I actually remember this place while walking by it in Garfield Park. And don't forget, Garfield Park was the place that I got yelled at more than any of the other neighborhoods combined. Like, they keep saying, Garfield Park welcomes all. Really? Not really. Not if you're a Republican. But I thought it was interesting that the emergency demolition, it was already happening. Like, there's a bunch of other dilapidated houses that are all fucked up. They have squatters everywhere. But, like, this one somehow, like, got demolished, I think, literally the next day, which was kind of crazy. And everybody else was pointing it out, too. It was like, yeah, that's really weird. All right. check my sound real quick. Do me a favor, check my sound.
Happening right now, but
no goals.
Can you hear this at all?
The contract to try to obtain during the 10 years of this contract.
I would have to do a deeper dive into that contract language. Again, I do know that the Thrive plan has been the predominant driving force as far as sustainability goals that have been included within all of these negotiations.
Other questions?
Yes, Daniel, you mentioned that there's no limit
facility for burning.
Whether
Okay, there we go. I had my thing off. Sorry. So a little bit of background on this whole thing. It got brought up. This is part of the public. I don't cover any of this stuff, but there's on the Board of Public Works, and Taylor Wooten from IBJ, Indianapolis yeah, definitely. Okay, so the IBJ covered this. Ryan Martin from Mirror Indy or Indy Star, I forgot which place he sold his soul to. But they were talking about how, hey, this contract was not brought up in the Board of Works. It wasn't even on the agenda. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to look into this whole thing. So this thing is 24 minutes long. We're not going to watch all of it. If you want to watch it, go to my to the Whitty Review YouTube page. It's on there. And what I thought was the most fascinating part is that Indianapolis burns like 2/3 of its trash, and it powers steam engine. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what do the steam engines power? Because there are still a lot of areas that use steam for radiators, and you can go down Harding Street between like between 70 and off road. I don't know. There's one of the roads, and you can see steam coming out of the street. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But here's the funniest part. This is by far the funniest part. So this lady finds out that they're burning trash, and let's just listen to it.
Yeah, I'd say it's roughly 2/3 or so right now. They had a lot of downtime because they were doing some improvements to the site. And
about maybe 2/3. Generally, I'm hesitant to give specific numbers because it will get stuck in people's heads. But Sean, you might know the answer to this more specifically than me, but I believe about maybe 2/3. Is that correct? Of our waste went to Covanta?
Yeah, I'd say it's roughly 2/3 or so right now. They had a lot of downtime because they were doing some improvements to the site, and so we're unable to take trash for several periods of time because of work they were doing on their boilers. And then there were diversion days due to weather, long lines, et cetera, that sort of thing. But yeah, roughly probably 60 to 70% of our trash goes there. Went there last year.
And I want to be clear, 60 to 70% of our trash gets burned, or 60 to 70% just goes to the landfill?
Went to the waste energy facility.
The waste energy facility for burning. Why do we burn trash?
Okay, did you hear her? She said, why do we burn trash? And then Shadi is going to come over here and talk about it.
As mentioned, we did ask for sustainability metrics within each proposal, and that did include, any landfills that would have been submitting proposals as well. What I can share is that there are carbon impacts, methane impacts associated with landfill disposal in the same way that there are impacts associated with incinerators. What we have here is a situation where that does go, and there is a direct one-to-one way that what the energy created then goes to power our steam loop. So that is obviously factored in with sustainability reporting. We can absolutely get into more detailed responses regarding the sustainability reports that we were given, and what is being done to ensure that air quality is not a primary concern, that They're staying on top of IDEM standards. They are ticking all the regulatory boxes. This was a very thorough process to ensure we understood exactly what our solid waste landscape looks like, and what the best, the way the cookie could crumble for the city, understanding the infrastructure available to us.
Karen's still upset.
Additional questions?
Okay. First off, Karen, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. This fat fuck too had a problem with the incineration. These two ass clowns don't know what they're talking about. So basically, this was about a contract with renewal for Covanta. So what happens is, like Republic or whoever is the trash pickup, they will deliver it to Covanta, and then they burn it. Depending on if it's recyclable or not. Some of the stuff is sorted out. Same thing with Recycle Force. Now, what happens is that it uses what's called a waste to, it's called WTE, a waste to energy incineration for non-recyclable waste. Now, I have said many, many times, this is my jam. I look into this whole sustainability thing. I have been very in-depth on electric cars and like the future of all that stuff. And, what can you do with this trash? Should it go into a landfill? Should it get burned? What is the best option for this whole thing? Because if you throw it into a landfill, not only do you get the smell, but you get the diseases from the rats and the bugs and everything else. And also it becomes a giant methane problem. And how are you going to capture that and filter it out? So this, I think, is the best option is to burn it. And then you're using the steam and the heat to power other things. And what these two clowns don't understand, and I looked it up, I didn't go real deep into this. I just did a quick and dirty research into it with a little bit of ChatGPT. Because, I figured that this would be the most non-biased thing. What questions could I ask ChatGPT that's not going to tell me some bullshit? So the very first thing I asked was which countries have the lowest emissions? Now, have you ever heard of Tuvalu or Kiribati, Nauru, Bhutan, Comoros, or Vanuatu? Okay, well, neither have I. And it's oh, look, these are all fifth world countries that are basically still they're hunter gatherers basically. Of course they're gonna have the lowest emissions. So the next question was, what first world countries have the lowest emissions? Iceland, Sweden, Norway. We all know the Nordic countries, right? We all know this. Now, what are these countries doing for trash removal? Are they burning it? So same thing, Iceland, Sweden, Norway, Switzerland, Finland, Denmark, New Zealand. They're all using waste management strategy. And I wanted to know if they're using any of these, they're burning trash. Iceland uses waste to energy incineration for non-recyclables. Same thing with Sweden. Same thing with Norway and Switzerland and Finland and Denmark, New Zealand. Now, what the pros: reduces waste volume, generates energy from the non-recyclable waste. Now, have you guys ever heard of crap? I literally just drew a blank. Regenerative braking. There we go. Regenerative braking. I'll talk about that in a second. Limits landfill methane emissions. Here's the problem. Can't release CO2 and other pollutants if not tightly controlled. May discourage recycling of over-relied on. Hey, guess what? Most of the things that are recycled goes into the landfill anyway. This has been proven many, many times. But here's the deal, though. When you are burning this, it's not like a campfire. It's not like the Hispanics and the Asians on my street where they got a bunch of spare wire and they're burning the insulation off so they can sell the copper for scrap. It's not like that. These things have stacks. These things have regulations, whether it's through IDEM, whether it's through federally. Think of it like this. You're putting a nice dryer sheet in your underwear, and you go decide and take a large fart. Now, is it going to smell like poopy? No, it's probably going to smell like Downy. That's exactly what you're doing in a nutshell. And what people don't understand, what Shadi was trying to explain basically was it is a net neutral doing it this way, comparing it if we were to throw it in a landfill or if we were to burn it. This is actually pretty good. What I want to know is, what are these steam engines powering? What are they producing electricity? And if so, how scalable can we get it? Can we actually put it out to other things? Can we produce energy? or produce electricity for certain parts of Indianapolis. I don't see why not. Hey, actually throwing the trash away is a good thing. You know, as long as it actually gets there, not on the street. So I want to finish with the reason why I'm stressing all of this is because we have some of the worst people on these boards. And what needs to happen is you need to have people like me on there. In fact, do me a favor. If you love this, hey, you know, hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, if you love yours truly, what you will do is go onto the Indy Council website, and then you email every 25. Just do a copy paste. Please have Steve Whitmer on the board of Public Works. We need somebody who's competent. We need somebody who knows what they're talking about. And then just email it to all of them. And I will tell you right now, they will listen to you. 100%. They will listen to you. If you want to know how to actually get to. Oh, let me. All the emails. Crap. Website is bullshit. Okay, there we go. What you'll go to, just Google or go to indy.gov and then type in city council members. It'll go into the city council members. And then what you'll do is that you can just go to them and then you'll email them. Just copy and paste every single one of them. And then go into a mass email and say, please have Steve Whitmer on the board of Public Works. We're tired of incompetent people that don't understand what wasted energy and incineration is. We want smart people. We want the best on the board. We want these incompetent morons. So anyway, the contract did end up getting passed because I don't see why not. I didn't really dig that deep into it, if it's like corrupt or not. But this thing is very interesting, and here's why. So there was a contract renewal like 8 years ago, 2016, yeah, 8 years ago, give or take. And in the previous contract, where was it? They were talking about the previous contract. In 2014, they didn't hold a public meeting or conducting a public bidding process. Among other things, the Second Amendment changed the original amendment in several respects. All right, so Covanta has no minimum recovery recyclables. The city pays 70% of Covanta's taxes for the ARC facility, up to $4 million. And if the current subscription curbside recycling program were to collect 5% more recyclables per year than in the year prior to the opening of it, then the city's portion of the revenue decreases. And here's the other part. The city is prohibited from working with the private sector to improve recycling programs for the next 14 years. That one was probably the craziest part. And there has been this huge push in Indianapolis to have citywide recycling. Like, everybody recycles. You shouldn't have to pay for it. No, it's usually, if you want to pay to recycle, go for it. But I don't even use the trash for Indianapolis. I get charged for it, but I don't use it. One thing is because I don't want to have to pick up my barrels out front, especially when it's snowing out. Maybe I'll try it this summer. Maybe I'll give it a shot this summer. I don't know. But this is why there's no recycling. There's no like citywide recycling in Indy. It's because of that. So make sure you email everybody and you say, hey, we want somebody that's going to actually be on the board and care about it. I'm going to make a couple of emails and find out what it actually powers. Actually, let me put that in my note right now. Email about the steam engine. All right. Now we get to talk about the bills. Bills. Just like Big Mama's house, 10:30 tonight or 10 o'clock tonight. Big Mama's house, Jalapeno, Picante. We're going to have Latavius Einstein there rapping about E equals MC. Who gives a fuck? Legiscan. Now, normally you guys know that I will use the IGA website, and I'll go on there. I'll just do this one by one by one. It is a lot of bills. It's a lot of bills. Hold on. That was a big one. It was a big Jolly Rancher. All right, so what I found is on Legiscan. I think I'm still alive on hold on, what the? Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, we're back. All right. So Legiscan is something I've seen before, but I've never really gone through it. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to be using it this way, or Legiscan, instead of going through the IGA, because good information here, like how many bills were introduced in 25 and so far in 25, so in all of 24. In 2023, they had over 1,300 bills introduced. Crazy. And if you look from like 2010 to 2023, it was like the most amount of bills in over a decade, which is kind of crazy. Second to 2021. I'm guessing in 2021, they're trying to take the power away from the governor so we don't have any more lockdowns. Good call on them, obviously. But I wanted to look at the active Indiana bills. Oh, I know what. Also, I want Jim Lucas was on Twitter today talking about some of the bills that he's having. Old Jim Bean Lucas, the old gooner. Anyway, this was probably my favorite. He's getting a lot of traction, He's already got 27 comments on it. This would give the authority to deny enrollment to unlawful immigrants. I absolutely love this bill. I fucking love it. Oh, yeah. Don't care. Deport. Don't care. Deport. Yeah, don't fucking care. Deport their ass. They're not supposed to be here. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, look at this guy. Womp, womp, womp. Combats vets against Lucas. Look at this crybaby. Ratio this fucking guy if you want to. You have my permission. Look at this crybaby. Anyway. The comments on here are pretty funny. But I love this. Hold on. You probably can't see him. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. You're a fucking racist and embarrassment to Indiana. Here, look at this. Look at this guy. Hey. You're racist. Racist piece of shit. Look at this guy. Oh, I love it. Racist says what? How is that racist? Racist asset. You're disgusting. Pure garbage. Who's this bitch? Oh, is this? Oh, yeah. This is the chick who lives in the rural area. But I think complains about Indiana. Do it. Yes. Boom. There we go. Based. We shouldn't be paying to educate illegals. Yeah. Like there are 75 different languages in Wayne Township right now. Oh, it dismantles the gun-free zones too? Oh, that dismantles the gun-free zones. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, you know, he has like... Oh, let me look it up. He has like 2 good bills, and then he has another one that I absolutely cannot fucking stand. Like, access to birth control program. Who isn't allowed to have birth control? And this just seems like a way for more people to come and like just try and just be degenerates and just find their like one night stands. Driving without a license. Okay, I'm good with this one. I mean, how many times have we gone on Mind Case and there have been so many people This is happening a lot in Marion and Hamilton County too, of all these illegals not having a license and nothing is happening. Immigration note. Oh, this is cool. Requires a law enforcement officer to provide the name, address, and other identifying information to ICE after arresting or issuing a summons to an individual suspected of not being lawfully in the U.S. And if you remember, former IMPD chief Randall Taylor said that he was basically not going to help Homeland Security when it comes to illegals. He wasn't going to report illegals to Homeland Security. He should be deported. He's a complete traitor to the country. He needs to get the fuck out of IMPD. Take away his pension, take away his pay. But that one I really liked. Yeah, knock it off, Gooner. This was kind of funny, though. Pray that those leaving blue states because of the consequences of voting blue and moving to red states because of the consequences of voting red leave their blue voting habits behind so our red state doesn't turn into a blue state. Listen, bucko, we know that these people are a cancer and they're going to destroy the next community that they go into because that's what they do. These people are basically demons, all right? No, I'm not going to learn from the consequences of my actions. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, that's why people... Fucking loser. Pull your gun on them like you did in school children. Wrong. Show me the video. Wrong. Yeah, I'm replying in real time because these people suck. Okay, this one is kind of funny. Pray for your English teachers who apparently never taught you about punctuation and run-on sentences. Okay, that's pretty funny. Not gonna lie, that is pretty funny. If you guys remember, Jim Lucas got caught drunk driving. If you go and find the Nikki Callie posted the body or the footage of him in the cop car, it was kind of funny. I mean, I'm hoping that he learned his lesson, obviously. So hold on, let me here. Andrew Ireland also posted a couple of updates on his bills too. Also, congrats to Andrew Ireland. He just had his first baby the other day. Hope that everybody's doing well. That's very awesome from him. I'm sure, he had a pretty wild 48 hours of he had his newborn, and then the next day was session. And, speaking of that, though, guess which shitbag state rep did not show up for both days? Mine. The guy lives 15 minutes away from the state house, and he couldn't even show up for the first 2 days of work. You guys voted for this. That's why I don't give a fuck about what happened to Garfield Park, because you guys voted for that crap. But he had a bill also, mock it as much as you want, but this is a kind of a fun bill. But we get back to the old times, boys. Crossroads of America. I'm fine with it. Fuck Jake Teshka. I don't know if this one's going to go anywhere. He's filing 3 bills to hold accountable rogue prosecutors and judges who have allowed repeat violent offenders to wreck our state's capital. It would give the governor the power to fire rogue prosecutors, bust up Marion County prosecutor's office, and that one I don't like. Allow Marion County voters to recall unselected Superior Court judges. I don't like number 2. I'm not a big fan of 3. And number 1 is going to get weaponized because we know Indiana is going to turn blue. And what happens if we have some crazy-ass governor that finds a good prosecutor that's doing their job and they're like, time to fire you. Let's just try and make your life a living hell for however long until you resign it. Then we're going to put in our own prosecutor or whatever. But I like the determination. He's following through with his promise, which was like, we need to at least do something. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's talk about it. I think out of everything, even if I don't like the bill, at least we're talking about it. It's getting brought up into the conversation, and I think that's the best way of doing it. All right, next one. Annexation of action. Insulin price cap. I don't know if that's going to go. Who wrote that bill? Mark Spencer, a Democrat. That's not going to go. How are you going to tell an insurer to cap the total amount? Definitely not going to happen. Yeah, Jim Lucas had 100%. Well, hold on. I think he's in Seymour, right? I think there's like an immigration, like, yeah, Seymour Immigration. Yeah. There's a Facebook page called Seymour Immigration, and they're talking about it all the time. I would recommend you give them a follow because they if you have Facebook anyway. I wish they were on Twitter. They got a lot of good stuff on there of what's going on in Seymour. What the fuck is that? Board of Public Works meeting regarding the city of new policy encouraging allowing public comments. That's crazy. That's crazy. I forgot which city it was, but there was I think it was in Peru, Indiana, and the councilman was like, well, maybe we should learn their language. And everybody's like, no, this is America. We should not have to learn their language. They're here illegally. Why should we have to change when they're here? And we talk about the H-1B stuff all the time. Oh man. Speaking of, I was over at this barbecue and whiskey joint over in Speedway the other night, and there were like a handful of Uber Eats drivers that showed up, all illegals, barely spoke any English. And I had an Amazon driver yesterday, and they're just like, Amazon, and they go, package, and then they like turn the phone where you have to like sign it and everything, and then they just sign it. It's like, thank you, and then they like walk off. I'm like, you're not supposed to be here, or you're on some like crazy visa. Oh yeah, Logan Sport's real bad too. Yeah, the residents should be fucking pissed. I swear to God, like the only way to fix this whole mess is like you have to have radical people in there that are able to do radical things. And if you're not, this whole boomer-esque, oh, let's just take the high road bullshit, it needs to stop. We need people in there that's willing to just do the hard work and make the hard decisions and say, like, we need to catapult these people. We need to deport by catapult. We can't have this stuff anymore. Man, First Blood, anatomy of a border crossing Chicago terror attack. Apply for a job. Oh, I can. Oh, wait, what? If I will sign up for that. If we're deporting illegals, sign me up, boys. I'll do a night shift for sure. As long as I can wear a cowboy hat. Wear a cowboy hat, get a lasso. You're with me. Yeah, if you remember this one in September, this illegal stabbed a 14-year-old girl while watching her brother's baseball game. Like, within the whole Lake and Riley Act too, that all the Democrats voted no on. Like, and this is something that we're going to be seeing a lot too. Driving while suspended within 10 years or never having a license. We're going to be seeing a lot of that in the coming years. All these drunk Mexicans, all these drunk migrants coming in here, and they don't give a shit. They're all from third world countries that don't even know how proper hygiene works. Like Enrique Gaspar Miguel. Oh no. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, this guy was caught for child molesting. And look at that picture. He's just smirking. Like he knows, like, and. This is like when when Chris Handsome has that show To Catch a Predator. And he's just like, hey, this girl was 13. And, Miguel over here is like, hey? No bueno? In my country, this is how we do it. Unbelievable. Or like, it's like mostly Indians. They're like, you know, this girl was underage, and they're like, yeah, and what's her point? Chris Handsome. Chris Handsome actually blocked me on Twitter because I called him Chris Handsome. True story. Hey, you know, that's a true story. And it's like, oh no, that can't be true. Really? You saw me get blocked, get suspended on Instagram in real time. Don't tell me that you don't believe me. All right, next. Next one. Next one. All right. What's this all about? Allows they want more judges over in Elkhart. Yeah, this one is getting the most viewed Indiana bills. They have a grooming bill. This one from Yoder. Oh, it's Dan Durlek. Grooming provides that at least 18 years of age commits sexual grooming. How would you know, though? Like, I'm just curious. Like, how are you going to know that they were grooming? How's that whole case is going to work out? Okay, so first off, fuck Jake Teshka. This guy has repeal the death penalty. I think I talked about this last week. Absolute bullshit. This guy has like 2 bills that are kind of stupid. Where are you? Yeah, repeal of the death penalty. This guy should be deported right away. I don't want him anywhere now around me. I don't want him anywhere around the state house. We need the death penalty. In fact, we need more deaths. We need more death penalties. These people, we need to send a message. We used to hang people publicly for stealing a horse or a cow. And then, what was it? They all saw that and were like, you know what? Not going to do that. Definitely not going to do that. If I'm going to get hung, no thanks. And we just need more of that. We've just become so fucking soft in this country. We need Indiana to become the death penalty state. Yeah. If there's anything that I hope out of this year or in the Braun administration, I want Indiana to be known as the death penalty state. We execute more people than anybody, boys. Hey, we're setting the fucking standard here. Oh, child molestation, execute. Oh, especially an illegal trying to stab a 14-year-old girl for no reason. Execute. Durlak. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me look up Durlak. Got some bills for me. Bills. And don't forget, I'm going to be talking about this too on Tuesday's show for Whitty Reviews. And if I get the am I spelling that right? I was. Anyway, fuck that guy. Fuck Tish. I want it. Yeah, I hope that Braun goes. Remember, Braun was a Democrat, and then he turned into a Republican. Right? If anything, if he's better than Holcomb, I'm gonna consider that a W. If he's less liberal than Holcomb, I think that that's a big plus in my book. Am I spelling that right, Durlak? How do I? Is it Mark? Mark Durlak? Closed primaries. All right, so you guys obviously know I'm not a big fan of this one. I understand why, but you're going to have way less primary turnout for sure. No one's going to be able to, because you're talking about before the end of the year, and then the primaries in May. So you have that 5-month window. And it's just, I don't think it's going to turn out. There is one bill, 1022, I think it was. Definitely not that. It was definitely, it had to do with closing. There was one for where school boards have to announce a party, and then there was one. Wait, what the crap is this? Allows individuals to affiliate with a political party while registering vote requires the text. Would you like to choose a political party? Vote at the primary election. Blah, blah, blah. There was a... Oh, Dan. Oh, okay. It was E. That's why. All right, cool. Thank you. There we go. Senator Dernlack. Sex offense. Prohibits plea agreements concerning promotion of child sex trafficking, promotion of... Okay, see, I'm on board with this one. Totally cool. Yeah. Hey, I was sex trafficking some 8-year-old. It's like the Pakistani rape gangs. I was doing all this. Can I get a plea deal? Durlak goes, no, fuck you. Yeah, where are my pants? That's right. Eat a boa. Brandon Harnish would probably like bringing alcohol into a restaurant. Oh man, I don't know. You know what? Whoever the alcohol barons are of Indianapolis, I forgot who they are. I think they're Kyle Walker or Freeman. They own some like alcohol marketing company or something to do with alcohol. They're not gonna like this probably. Allows a restaurant to murder a patron to bring in a sealed container of beer or wine with a meal. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's audit of state aid. Oh, what? Wait, what do we have here, boys? Oh, oh. What do we have here? Oh. This is basically, if I'm reading this right, white. If I'm reading this right, we have a basically like the precursor to, or basically like the appetizer to the Doge, right here. Because we're gonna get, you know why? It's because of this whole Medicaid problem about the auditing. The bill requires the Legislative Council to oversee the audit by an independent public accounting, all accounts, financial affairs, and compliance-related matters. This could also turn into a big, hey, I got this much money, like lobbyists, basically. Very interesting. Is that on the SB 03? Is anybody looking at that? Oh, nobody's looking at that. I think this might be the hey, let's pay attention to this one, boys. Let me post this on the old Twitter real quick. Something to keep an eye out for, boys. I'm just saying. Eyes. Give me eyes. Boom. Interesting. All right, what else we got from him? Grooming report. Building. I don't know what's going on. If it's a health plan from requiring a particular prior authorization. Very interesting. Eliminates the assessed value cap that applies to property tax as a total 10%. I talked about this before, actually. I had a bill that was something very similar to this. The veterans would have been included. It was like 65 and up. They would have just, I mean, basically, if you had your house paid off for 5 or 10 years, your property taxes were locked in for basically forever. Like they're not going up. They could go down, but they can't go up. Very interesting. See what happens with that. Most monitored bill. This is from JD Ford. This is going to get weaponized so fucking bad. Anything to do with weed is going to get weaponized. And I'm going to have a weed video probably next month, or I'll wait until March. I'll have a weed video debunking all these myths that there's people with the safe and regulated Indiana. Because I know Michael Paul Hart is on it, and he's basically just wants Indiana to turn blue. And whatever, tell me this, riddle me this. What is the net positive to legalizing weed? I would really like to know that. Could anybody give me, because I had phone calls when I ran for state rep, but when I ran for city council and before the primary, people were calling me up and telling me not to. I was like, I don't want weed legalized. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I don't want it legalized either. Yeah, people are keeping an eye on this one for sure. We got a we got a Kevorkian bill, basically. Okay. This one is mighty interesting, and Rob Kendall talked about it the other day. It's SB. Minor access and use of social media. That basically you would have to put in information to show that, hey, you're at least 16 years of age. Hey, I can use social media. I don't like it, personally. I was fine with the Pornhub bill because that was real safety problems, I thought. And Kendall's argument is like, it's not the government's job to babysit your children. Well, here's the deal. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Special Power. Thank you. Now, I'll talk about that. Everybody knows I'm on the fence with some of the shit where it should be used. It could be used in extreme measures, but we know that if you put it out there, it's going to be a problem because it's going to get weaponized. We saw what happens with all these people who are like, I need the weed card. Hey, my cataracts, or oh, my foot hurts. I need weed. It's going to get weaponized, and basically you're just a zoned out puppet after that. You know, I want. Hey, you know what? I shouldn't even say this, but legalize coke before you legalize weed. I would be okay if everybody's way hyper focused than just zoned out like a bunch of puppets. Give me the stimulants all day, baby. Get so much more shit done. What about this? How about if you legalize weed, whoever's on weed can't have welfare. And if you're on weed, and if you're on welfare, you're not allowed to vote for somebody. Who was it? It was Gun Heritage. They mentioned something. I think it was Average Indiana. They brought up a really good point. And I was trying to be nice about it. Oh yeah. They brought up, it's like if you're on welfare. Oh, this was so good too. Homeless people start small fires to get out of control and burn down cities. Homeless people make riding public transportation a living hell. Homeless people make cities unwalkable. The homeless are the enemy. And I've said this for a long time. You need to round up all these homeless people and put them in a pen. I would be okay with that. If I run for mayor, that's something I'm gonna run. Put them in a pen. Where the hell is it? He had something on there like if you're on welfare, you shouldn't vote. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine with that. And I was like, but how would you know? I was like, well, it wouldn't be that hard really to find out. You just go off your social security number. And I said, if you're on welfare, you automatically can't vote for like the next 2 years. I don't know where it's fine. He had it on there. Oh, that. Oh, this person replied. Oh my God. Oh my God. Illinois is fine. All right. This fucking guy. You're gonna watch me totally own this guy real quick. 1 second. Oh shit, the 2024 numbers are out for that? So you had some people. Okay, see this. All right, this is a great point. This is a great point right here. What did I say? I'm worried about them counting illegals in the census, and right here, 2020 to 2023, we saw 2.1 less percent, but from 24 we saw 0.9%. Are they counting illegals or not? Next. Unemployment compensation. And I think they have until the 14th to put in all of their bills, if I remember right. That's why I haven't even built up Tuesday's show yet. Only because like I don't know what all the bills are. Like I think even Ireland doesn't have all his bills in yet. Yeah, he doesn't even have all his bills in. Something that I wanted to point out too, which I pointed out last week, but our old masochist, our favorite masochist, Justin Moed, is doing his standard copy paste bullshit with real estate contracts, road funding, remediation of tax parcels. This one is really funny though. Provides that a person that otherwise meet the qualifications to receive down payment assistance under a down payment assistance program offered by the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority may pair down payment assistance with first mortgage issued by blah, 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 blah. Ah, crap. So the expenditures. If you go on to latest fiscal note, the LSA, the Legislative Services Agency, will basically tell you like how much is this going to cost. And that this bill would increase workload at the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority to extent a person uses a first mortgage issued by the CDFI without regard to whether CDFI is participating lender for purposes. So I don't see this thing going anywhere, honestly. I'm trying to figure out if the state actually helps with a down payment on a mortgage. Because if they do, I'm going to be fucking irate. Oh, this is bullshit. Oh, it's HUD home. Let me do a little chat GP. Okay, cool. No, not fuck. I said India, not Indiana. Crap. Of course they don't. Oh, two. Okay, cool. Oh, that provides down payment assistance. Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It shouldn't even be a thing. Why should our taxpayer money go to that? Yeah, no, yes, no school vouchers if unwell. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. I think if a lot of things should be limited if you're on welfare. Honestly, you're voting, you're not allowed to vote. If the crimes increase, the consequences increase if you commit a crime. Totally. And I worked in Gary I worked at a shop in Gary, and right next door was this state-funded daycare, basically. I forgot what it was called. Actually, here, I'll show you. I wonder if it's still around. Let me do Google Maps. I still remember the address. They closed. Oh, yeah, they closed it down. Okay. Now it's a health place. Funny. Wonder how, if I could. 2009. Yep, there it is. They up in 2009. Ah, crap. The picture blows. That crap all about. Yep, it was Head Start. That's what it was. It was Genius Head Start. And I can't even tell you how many people would show up. How many, obviously I'm Gary, so it's all black people, but they would show up in their Cadillac in their fucking deuce dizzles, and they would have a phone in their ear. They would have a baby on their other arm, and they'd be looking around and like, hey, let's go. They'd have two little kids walking them into Head Start. And I was like, I can't believe this shit is happening right now. I was like, this is what my tax money goes to. I was like, they're just ripping off the welfare system. Total bullshit. That's crazy. Anyway, all right. We got like 10 more minutes left, and then I'm going to call it a night. I wanted to look at a couple more bills from some people. I wanted to look at, I think we did talk about this before. It was either Carrie Hamilton or Shelley Yoder. Statewide stroke plan. Are you talking about jerking off? Oh, an actual. Yep, don't care. Public purchasing. I wish they had like a layman's way of explaining this bill. It's like, what the fuck does this bill do? Tell me. Oh, what is this? Could be interesting. But what I will be doing is some of the questions that I have on these bills. I'm going to be emailing a lot of people. And on next week's show, next Saturday's show, I will be telling you how many people emailed me back. I was going to do it for Tuesday's show, but I don't have enough time, really. I want to give them a week. I want to give them enough time. What is that? Election? What is this shit? What are you trying to do here, huh? Two Democrats right here. Trying to rig. All right, look at this crap. They're already trying to cheat elections. Look at this crap. The Democrats are already trying to steal elections. These fucking people. All right. Name. Whoa, what the crap is this? Abortion. Uh-oh. We got an abortion bill. Of course, it's by... allows rather than requires the... reestablishes abortion. These people are fucking monsters. I mean, for real. These people are like the biggest pieces of shit in the world. Yoder, Paul, Hunley. They were like, listen, if I'm reading this right anyway, they're saying it's like, oh, there's an 8-week limitation on the use of an abortion-inducing drug. We need to remove that. It should be any time past 8 weeks. Oh, what's that? You're in your second trimester? Bring out the drugs. I want this. They literally just don't value life at all. These people are just, they're demons. I'm telling you, they're just fucking demons. Now, I know why Hunley's fucked up in that. And Yoder's just must hate her children. And same thing with Rodney. We know what's crazy. It's like Rodney has daughters, or a daughter, I think. Either one or two, I don't know. But it's like, you're saying it's like this guy is gonna be promoted. I guarantee, actually, I would guarantee this guy would support brothels or endorse sex work. I guarantee you that when he's gonna be okay with his daughters going on OnlyFans, I would put money on that. If they go, Daddy, and obviously OnlyFans is gonna be ruled by AI, yeah, basically AI. It's already happening on Instagram. But if you're gonna have like the real stuff, they're gonna be like, Daddy, I'm gonna go on OnlyFans so I can show my butthole to random people all over the world. And Rodney's gonna be like, you go get him, darling. Go get him. That's my strong independent daughter. Let some rando guy in Indy wanting to look at your twat and give you $5 for it. These people are fucking disgusting. Okay, so what is it? Provisions to security of a control. Fuck up. I don't like you. Oh, here we go. They're trying to get statewide medical and family pay. Here it is. Establishes the Family and Medical Leave Fund to be funded with appropriation in the General Assembly and payroll contribution. So they're going to take money. And it's not just going to be them, by the way. It's going to be everybody. They're going to take money out of your paycheck so some person that you don't know can just go and take rando medical leave and paid family vacation off your tax dollars. Get the fuck out of here with that. Passionate. Hey, there's this person, they raped a bunch of children, but they're old and they're about ready to die. We should totally let them out of jail. And Rodney Paul is a disgusting human. He is the worst. Actually, you know what? Let me see how many abortion bills there are. Holy shit, there's a lot more than I thought. Medical education and abortion laws. Joanna King. Public pornographic material. What? Oh, interesting. I thought they already had that, but anyway. Oh my God. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Requires the Indiana Department of Health to create a video for practitioners concerning the state's abortion laws and the standard of care for treating pregnant women with life-threatening conditions and published a video on its website. Specifies the information to be included in the video. Requires a hospital and ambulatory outpatient surgical center to review its protocol for abortion. Very interesting on that. Correct. Right click. Oh, alt you. Prohibition certain abortion. Mike Young had a bill. I don't know. Disgusting. Tyler Johnson. All right. Provides the attorney. Investigative demand. Violation. Oh, oh, this is gonna be for like mercenary and abortion people. This is what happened. Basically, if you remember, what the hell? What was that lady's name who did the abortion on that 10-year-old? And everybody forgets, like that 10-year-old was raped by the mom's boyfriend, and the mom was protecting the boyfriend too. Oh, here it is, Mike Young. Prohibits the state or political subdivision of the state from assisting an individual in seeking or obtaining an abortion. Allows the state or political subdivision. I mean, Mike Young is a true pro-lifer. I don't know. He's pretty much a conservative. He might be a little bit goony, but overall, like, he's a true fan of the people. What else you got on there, Mike? Damn, you got a lot of them. Oh, no. No, come on. All right, Big L from Mike Young. Big L. You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? Mike Young isn't a cannabis guy. He's not a weed guy. He even told people, it's like, I don't want weed legalized. But this might be his you know, I actually had a weed bill. Is it still up? Oh, I think it is. Still up. Oh my god, my weed bill's still up. If you go to whitmerforindy.com/420, I had a think tank day, and we thought, it's like, if we're going to legalize weed, how would we be able to protect everything? How would we make sure that it doesn't go over, get too crazy? We need to have to put a lot of guardrails on it. Political subdivision. Oh, wow. He has a bill for security cameras at childcare center. That's interesting. But, like, where? Oh, like, actually inside? Well, it's all probably going to be in a closed loop, right? What a trap. What a trap. This is so funny. Mike Young, you are a hoot right here. Requires an unlawful alien to register with the local law enforcement authority in the alien's county of residence. Makes failure to register a Class A misdemeanor and increase the penalty to a level 6 felony for a second or subsequent offense. That is really funny. But if you're not here legally, you know, think of like Miguel showing up and like, Senor, I'm here to tell you that I'm illegal. And then they slap the cups on him. It's like, you're coming with me, SA. Get on the catapult, and just shoots him off back to Mexico land. Oh, that's so funny. This one's probably my favorite right here. It'll make it a misdemeanor for a law enforcement officer to refuse to cooperate the state or federal agency or officials in the enforcement of immigration laws, and to an individual to adopt a policy barring a law enforcement officer from cooperating with law enforcement. So basically, if you're not like Randall Taylor, like I brought that up before, you're not going to help out Homeland Security, well, you're getting a misdemeanor. You're going to get in trouble. And I said it before, like, these people need to get in trouble if they're not going to help out. Really, Indiana has a unique opportunity to be like, let's deport all these motherfuckers. Let's make sure that we're killing a lot of people that should be killed. We have so many chances to be the right state for everybody. Yeah, that tracks. Oh, yeah. And also, Mike Young had a fuel tax adjustment. Like once it stops, I think it'll stop in 2025 instead of 20. I think I just renewed my website too, automatically. Because you never know. Maybe one day. Oh, I actually got to finish my paperwork too for my year end. I get charged if I don't turn it in by January 20th. I get charged $100 a day, up to $1,000 if I don't turn in paperwork. You know, of course, I don't want to be like Gabe and get prosecuted. That'd be really bad. And we know about the Kevorkian thing. I'm going to be talking about that on from. So this one is interesting too. The joint custody provides that a biological mother and father have joint legal custody unless otherwise provided by law. Requires a court to award joint legal custody unless it is in the child's best interest. Sole legal custody be awarded. So I thought we already had this. To be honest with you. Don't we already have laws for that? I mean, I've never had that situation, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Who else is on there actually? My shitbag legislator. Anything from Banning? I'm not calling Banning a shit. Who else is in Marion County that I can look? Banning, 3 of them. From Blake Johnson. I can't wait to see. All operated refreshment. He has another lemonade stand bill. Are you kidding me? Is everybody on this cannabis bullshit? Oh, you know what? Also, Kendall talked about banning weed billboards, and he was like, well, why would we ban it if it's not even legal here? It's because if you go north, like the closer you get to Michigan, there will be billboards saying it's like, hey, right across the border, we got my weed, we got the wacky tobacco, we got the electric lettuce. And so the legislators are saying like, well, if it's not legal here, so why should we allow the billboard? I'm fine with that, honestly. Everybody already knows where all this crap is having. Okay, look. This one seems like a good bill from Blake Johnson. Convicted of a moving traffic offense causes this serious bodily injury. Okay, there we go. All right, this should be called the Hannah Crutchfield bill. I'm actually okay with this too. This is a good bill. Will it matter? Well, who fucking knows? Because people are still getting pulled over that don't have a license. I hope this goes through. Basically, if you kill somebody driving your car, you will get your license taken. Well, I mean, why not? That seems like a pretty cut and dry bill. Unless I'm missing something. He literally has another lemonade. This is crazy. I thought we were done with this whole. So it provides that a kid, that the local health department, blah, 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 may not adopt or enforce a law ordinance, including blah, 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 from stand on a private property by individual. I thought we were taking care of this was already done. Didn't he have this bill last year? Yeah. Oh, it wasn't heard. That's why. Okay, I thought we talked about this before. The fabricated media. Oh, because Braun did it too. That's funny. That's a shame. This. Let me. I gotta post it. Actually, you know what? Let me. Since I have the login for. I have. I think I do anyway. Hold on. Yeah, I do have the login. Okay, cool. I have the login for the Indy Reporter. The thought I took. Oh. Yes, I didn't. Indy Blake. There we go. Okay. Well, I think that's it. There's not much else besides that. We just got to keep an eye on everything. Yeah. Oh, what do we got? We got a bill from Hunley. Yeah. I don't understand this whole health center thing. A school-based health center. I think it would cost so much money, so much more money, and would put so much more work on all the schools that they already can't handle. I don't see. Oh, they would get paid for it. Administration of expenses of the Department of Health are dedicated. Oh, Indiana has 54. Okay, so what is it? School-based health center. What is it? It's just like for fat people or something? I don't understand it. Oh, shit, really? Oh, really? It says that Indiana has 54 of them. That's crazy. I'm going to have to look more into that. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, this is not cool. You're right. This is not cool. All right. So, according to ChatGPT, it is a healthcare facility located within or near a school that provides a range of medical, mental health, and sometimes a dental or vision. So, I bet that, like, originally this was meant for base healthcare, and then it just got completely weaponized for, like, what Kaif was saying, trans stuff, rubbers, vaccines. And I'm willing to bet that this would also be used where they wouldn't tell the parents about it, too. I don't know if it's true, but who's paying for it? Focus on equity. Of course. Of course. Oh, yeah. Just trust us. We're the government. Parents may not take time off of work for medical appointments. Yeah, I'm sure I can totally trust that. Healthy students are more likely to attend school. You think people aren't going to school because they're sick? No, it's because they don't want to go to school, and the school kind of doesn't give a shit about it. Why do you think we had that whole truancy law? Oh man, I'm sure these are filled with the best of the best too. That's crazy. Who pays for this whole? Federal funding. Oh yeah, the Medicaid program. Really, the Medicaid program that we can't that we're gonna have to let like 200,000 people off of education budgets. Oh, total scam. Total scam. Oh, we need more funding so we could have this thing. All right, I hope this goes nowhere. I fucking hope this goes. Good call. Thanks, Kiff. Good call. Where's the Has it it hasn't been heard. One, right? Oh shit! It has first reading. Oh no! Oh no! But it's not. Not hasn't really been viewed, right? No. All right. So it's just in committee right now. They're gonna hear it. Oh, is that the mental? Oh, great. Started that Holcomb. You know, I hate to be that guy. And it's funny. We're gonna go a little bit long, but there was this thing that since we're talking, yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. So for those of you in Marion County / Indianapolis, we have this thing called MCAT. It's like the mental health something cares something team. I don't know. Yeah, mobile crisis assistance teams, or the clinician-led response teams. So basically, if there's a report, somebody like we listen to Broadcastify all the time, and say, "Oh my God, someone's having a mental episode." Most likely a homeless dude, because all they do is fucking drugs anyway. And instead of sending an IMPD officer, they're going to send some social worker. And this was pretty cool, actually. I thought they did a good job on this thing. So the dispatcher determines if it is a mental health related call. Dispatcher, there's like, is the scene safe? Is it okay? So they'll send an MCAT person. Well, the MCAT people are basically IMPD. And it's gonna be a mess. All right, I already know it. It's gonna. So they got more money. The whole problem was that it was mostly on the Center Township, which was downtown, and then East Side. Like East Side and Center Township were the two areas that had like the most calls, including Pike. Apparently, Pike has like a bunch of them, which I'm not surprised. Pike is kind of a shithole, but they are increasing it now, and I think this is going to be a full-time thing. This whole mental health initiative. Where are you going to find the money for this? And do you really think a social worker is going to handle some racked out dude? Like, we see these videos all the time of women trying to wrestle down like 6'5" black dudes that are weighing 300 pounds, or even like 5'1" tortas. Like, they can't do their job, obviously. Like, you think these people, like your average, can we is there a way for Grok? Oh, okay. Show me a picture of an average mental health technician. Oh, I'm doing a Grok. Show me a picture of an average mental health technician. That's what we're doing right now. Stop with the groupings. Crap. Wow, look at that. So 2 Asians. Interesting. All right, what about in Indianapolis? How about that? All right, Grok. Gonna do it again. Oh, by the way, if I get the blue check mark, I will be doing lives on Twitter as well. Okay, so I have like a Mexican, some black chick, a white dude, and I don't know if this dude's Indian or if he's Mexican. That's wild. That's funny. Well, that's what Grok thinks. Oh, hold on. Oh. I don't know. I'm sure I can find. Anyway, remember to email Indy Council and tell them you want me on the board of Public Works. Oh, what? Let's see. That in there that they had Indiana had Which 54? Oh, wait. Oh shit, they're already in Indianapolis. Wait, so wait a minute. Huh. If it's already happening, then why does there need to be a bill on it? Anderson, Richmond, Modoc. Where's Modoc? Jefferson County, Orange County. We got an Orange County, Indiana? Oh, Union School Corporation. What Union School Corporation was one of the people that weren't they one of the people that yeah. Yeah, they are. They were one of the people on that would get their school taken away. That's funny. It's wild. No, they're like all blue schools, right? Jefferson. I don't know about Perry, Orange, Jefferson, Modoc. Where the fuck is Modoc? Isn't that dude from Fantastic Four? Oh. Well, for those who don't know where Modoc is at, it's right there. The population. 157 people. Okay. Okay. Who gives a shit? Why does a place with 157 people need sometimes I just don't know. Anyway, I don't think the speed control. Okay, cool. You can this is already happening. Hey, guess what? There are already penalties for speeding in a school zone. They just need to be enforced. What is this crap? Firearm storage? Yeah, guess what? Guess what, Hunley? Your husband helped out Ryan Mears. Ryan Mears will not charge people with this crap. You could have laws all day long, and unless they're enforced, it's not going to matter. Various firearm matters. Fuck you. How about that? Requires the Department of Education provide technical eligible to participate in federal community. Oh, this is free breakfast and lunch. Yeah, fuck you. Not gonna happen because guess what? You need more money. They want it for everybody. It's not gonna happen. Dude, this chick is loaded. Her and her husband have so much money. What are we even talking about? They're fucking loaded. Oh, what do we have here? This is interesting. How about none? How about none? So if there's a pack, so if a pack can't give any more than $5,000 for a school board candidate, how about zero? How about we just get rid of donations altogether? But you won't like that, would you, Hunley? How much money did you get, huh? Let's find out. Oh, okay. 40 grand. 40 grand. Okay, not that much. Maybe I was wrong. What else? One more. Let's look at JD Ford quick. Oh, it's Robin Shackelford got coverage for obesity treatments. She wants the state to fund Ozempic. Shut the fuck up, fatty. Not gonna happen. You fat fucking slobs. The state will not give you money for Ozempic. Eat shit. Yeah, no thanks. Christian supports Medicaid waiver. Oh, look at this. I'm sure that won't be completely wasted. It established a school wellness grant fund to provide grants to school corporations to support local wellness initiatives developed by the school corporation. Yeah, I'm sure that won't get completely lost. $2 million. Yeah, you're crazy. I can't stand these. When I say them people, I'm talking about Democrats, all right? That's who I'm talking about. All right, let's see what JD Ford has. He had some like fat bill. I remember that. I wish JD Ford was more based. I would actually like him more. There was one that I didn't have that big of a problem with the data center development. And basically, like, it would you'd have to put a quarterly report of the amount of electricity used by the data center in the immediate preceding area. You'd have to find out what, like, then if you're fucking up the area or not. This one's really dumb. I do not understand this one. It allows anybody to use the employee bathroom. Like, why? If you have a medical condition, upon request, you can use the employee's bathroom. No, that's the employee's bathroom. Why? You could just say anytime, dude. Oh, yeah, we could look. We could look, buddy. I don't have a problem with looking at that. I mean, in the big scheme of things, like 40 grand isn't that much. I bet Darwish. It's probably going to be, yeah, it's the typical corporation. Craig DeVault. All the unions do. By Lilly, electric. You know, just having 2020. Oh yeah, not a whole lot that happened. Heck. I got a feeling Hundley is going to. You know, people don't talk about that. If like these mental health meds, like they fuck people's bodies up, and that's part of the reason why people gain weight, or from them, or from them. Just, you know, do us a favor. Just go do some cocaine like an adult. Your problems will go away, but then, you know, you'll have bigger problems when you wake up, when you get off of it. Anybody else? What about our old pal, Greg Taylor? The king, Greg Taylor. Also reporting. Cultural commissions. What do we got here? Oh, great. Oh, great. It reduces the members serving on. Okay. The Indiana Commission of Hispanic Latino Affairs. The Indiana Commission on the Social Status of Black Males. Voting reporting staff. Writes that money appropriated to the Civil Rights Commission for the Cultural Commission does not revert to the state general fund. Establishes the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Indiana Holiday Commission Special Fund. What are we doing here? Oh, well, nothing's probably going to get hurt. LSA didn't get done with the fiscal impact. Oh yeah, he's been. I saw him. Okay, so the second day, or was it the first or second day of session? They had basically this hug fest with Suzanne Crouch, where all the senators like went up there and spoke and talked about how much they love Suzanne Crouch. And then Greg Taylor went up there, and he wasn't that bad, but you could tell, like, you know, he really wanted to cut loose, but he didn't. I think there are multiple. Don't we already do this in Indiana about radon testing? I thought we already. Well, I know when I bought my house, like that was like mandatory for the mortgage company to radon test. Do they not do it anymore? Landlord tax credit? Yeah, shut the fuck up on this. Bill provides that a taxpayer is entitled to a credit against. I don't know if it helps the land. This is what I was talking about. The resolution in honoring Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch. One dude was really awkward about it. And he was at like there was some dude from Lake County, and he was like, "Oh man, you know Suzanne Crouch, she loves her Bud Lights." I was like, "What are we doing here?" Like, it was. I couldn't watch all of it. I'm not gonna sit there and watch 50 fucking senators, you know, goon over Suzanne Crouch and like try and whatever she does next. Like, hey, think of me. Actually, grants for home repair projects. Yeah, they still do it, right? Yeah. Very weird. Very weird. I think we're else to talk about. Good. I think I almost forgot what the name of was. Oh, it's pretty cool. If 21, there amount of how many people have authored robbery. Oh, they're gonna increase. I think this one's pretty cool. You steal somebody's cars, a level 4 felony. It doesn't matter though. That's plus. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about Suzanne Crouch? She pushed the public housing. She was like I was listening to Lakeisha Jackson when during the hug box section, and they were talking about Suzanne Crouch like pushing this whole mental health initiative. Is that who started this whole thing then? The team. I did too. Of course. Of course. He just sounds like Jared Taylor. But did you know? Damn, Yoder. Oh, because you have like 10 vehicle bills that nobody knows what the hell is going on. Oh, yeah, the vehicle bill. Okay, so I think if I remember right, it's either really the World Economic Forum and the mental health stuff. The 92 counties. Oh, and Lily has something article on this. Lily Endowment announces a new round of grants under the GIFT initiative for Indiana Community Foundations. That's what I can't wait to figure out. Now that all this COVID money is done and this ARPA money is done, and I talked about this on the last video for the city council one, but I think I should repeat it though. These areas, these townships and cities and whoever, like they had all this money and they did all this shit with it, but like now they don't have the money and they're like, well, we like the money. It's like, well, yeah, everybody likes the money. And you're able to build like these new parks or you had these new programs. And now that you don't have the money to do it, how are you going to fund it? And the only way to fund it, and that's why all these places, like even in Wayne Township and, you know, especially Indy, they're all very worried about this whole property tax thing because that's where all their revenue is generated from, at least most of it anyway. And you can go into you can check out their budget. And it's like, well, what are they going to do? Well, the very first thing they should be doing is cutting a lot of these programs and cutting a lot of this bullshit that we don't need. Like, it doesn't help the average person. Go back to basic government. I think if I were to, you know, anybody who runs for mayor next time needs to be that as a focal point. And there was a article actually. Was it? What did I see? Indianapolis. Snow plowing. Yeah, here it is. The roads are buried under snow. Councilors question city plowing plan. So Michael Paul Hart and I think Derek Cahill was asking around, is like, hey, you know, all the main roads might be fixed, but what about all these other roads? And some of them, depending on the situation, might not ever get plowed. Oh, here it is. Back in 2020, Indy DPW said the city switched from a 6-inch rule to a connector street strategy. So instead of using DPW crews and contractors to help plow side roads after a significant snowfall, the crew will only plow connector streets that are found on this map. I haven't had a chance to look at the map yet. Holy shit. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh my God, this is bad. This is really bad. Look at all these other streets. Like, I'm on Rockville. This Rockville. And yeah, that's why my streets not get plowed. These motherfuckers. I mean, look at all of these. There are so many of them that are not ever going to get touched. I mean, that's why you can go around here and you look at all these homes. Like my street is fucked. I mean, if I didn't have all-wheel drive, I would be totally screwed. I'd have to take I would have to try and shovel all the way from my house to the end of the street, because the end of the street where it connects to Rockville, that one's okay. Okay. I think we're good here. But anyway, so like, where are you going to get the money for all this stuff? That's what I want to know. And right now, the counselors, Yeah, 100%, Kiff. That's exactly why I think they want to. This is a money thing. This is why some Republicans are getting on board with it. And some of the even like Indianapolis GOP, they're like, why don't we just do it? It's going to get legalized anyways. Like, this doesn't help anything, though. Look at all. I have so much data on this. Like, it increases property values, it increases crime. Nothing ever gets better with legalizing weed. And it's just because it's a money thing. And on my weed video, I will show you the answer that I got from Michael Paul Hart when I asked him about it. Actually, I might as well just do it. I will show you, and I was able to debunk everything that he said, and he never replied back to me. That was the thing that I was pissed off the most. They're like, if you're going to give me, if we're going to have an honest conversation about this whole weed thing, let's talk about it then. Okay. Okay, so, and obviously I will go much in depth because I give him a bunch of examples on this whole thing of how it doesn't. Regulating weed frees up law enforcement to focus on hard drugs and violent crimes that have far more detrimental impact on our community. Well, guess what? We already have that in Marion County. Ryan Mears isn't prosecuting any of that. Illegal drug markets are dangerous and unregulated, often introducing blah, 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 blah. Dude, we're always going to have black markets. Craigslist is a black market. Facebook is a black market. How do you what's the definition of a black market? Where it's not taxed or regulated. That is a black market. Dude, I got people Mexicans down the street from me selling cotton candy. Economic benefits. States like Michigan and Illinois have shown that legal marijuana markets can generate hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue. That's why Indy, Illinois has a budget deficit right now. Just because and don't forget, like, when you legalize weed, you have to have a regulatory commission for it. So how much money are you spending? I wish I had my notes with me, but actually maybe I do. But like property taxes, for example, is a good example. I think it cost $106 million to regulate property taxes, and if you get rid of property taxes, you no longer have like the assessor's office. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's $160 to $200 million just to collect property taxes. Like, how much money are you spending on this? Like, oh, we're getting all this money, but you also have to spend the money to regulate it. And the consumer protection, like tobacco and alcohol, we can ensure the only responsible agents. Like, guess what? It's already illegal, and kids are doing it. Like, when I was in high school, I knew kids that were dipping joints and blunts into formaldehyde, or the spraying Raid on it so they can get like a more fucked up high. Like, do you remember the Tide Pod stuff? Do you remember Scissor? Really? Keeping revenue in Indiana, and this is the most. And I, you know, if this is just about money, just tell me. Stop fucking lying to me and just tell me the truth. And I said, it's like, you mentioned concerns, and you could tell this is a copy paste thing. You mentioned concerns about Indianapolis becoming worse every day. Legalization is not intended to exacerbate problems, but address underlying problems from unregulated markets and overburdened law enforcement. We already do not fucking charge people for having weed. We give them plea deals or we dismiss the charges. We'll arrest them and they might get charged. Well, guess what? They're fucking getting dismissed anyway. So what's your other argument? We already have that issue. Regulations would create safer communities, reduce the influence of illegal drug markets, and provide a new source of funding. Totally fucking false. All right. And here, I don't know if I even give him an example. Oh, that's weird.
Looking good. I can see your bone.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Are you getting medical care?
Been to 5 hospitals.
Yeah, look at that. And you know where this is at? Portland, Oregon, where they've legalized everything. And you're gonna fucking tell me that, hey, you know what? Legalizing weed will actually make our community safer. You know, it's a fuck you. I can't stand these. I can't stand people who lie to me. If there's anything that pisses me off the most is is fucking liars. Like if this is all about revenue, be honest with me. You know what? I've said this before. I'll debate him on this whole issue. And I give like a whole bunch of like, okay, here we go. Illinois faces a $3 billion shortfall. This is from November of 2024. All right. So don't tell me that weed is actually, look at Illinois. They're doing so great. And here's another one. Overspending, misplaced overspending over Michigan's 2025 budget. Tax revenue stalled. Lansing spent surplus and skimped on pension funding. And, you know, the things that people don't talk about enough is like, oh, we can grow weed. Well, guess what's going to happen? The cartels are going to take over. Oh, you don't fucking believe me? There's a thing called no-go zones. And California is setting up marijuana farms in the U.S. And it's like, we already have this problem with China buying up property. Now we're going to have the cartel mixed up. A lot of these towns are cartel run. And you're going to tell me legalizing weed is going to get better? No, it's not. Yeah, I even put it, I forgot I even said it, like, have you forgotten scissor and lean? And, you know, even like, look at this stuff. Misty Atkins, you know, possession of meth. And guess what? This was from November. And then, what happened? She had her term, she got a week. She had a week in the clink. And then everything else was probation. And she got caught with cocaine. Is it the same time? Yeah, 11/22/24. And then like 2 days before, she got caught with cocaine. Both of them were dismissed. Okay. Unlawful possession of a legend drug. Dismissed. 8 days in the clink. That's it. Same chick. 2 years before, possession of coke and theft. And guess what? All dismissed. 3 days in the clink, and everything else is probation. And I cannot fucking stand. And, you know, I don't think he ever replied back. If I remember right, I don't think he ever replied back. After I, like, gave him the entire rundown of of how he's wrong. And that, you know, there's other examples of him trying to be a smartass with me, too. Like, I know he doesn't like me at all, which is fine, because I don't like him that much either. I think he's going to be a terrible leader for the GOP. Not that Mallory's much different, but he's, you know, the problem with these people is that they're GDP bros. They never look at how it's going to affect communities or like the end goal. Like, I can promise you this. If marijuana is legalized, you will be on the fast track of becoming a blue state. Because what happens when you start smoking weed? You become fucking lazy. You become complacent. You become, you know, one can say you become very empathetic. And you're just like, hey, you know, if we were just all like kind to each other, man, we could like just live, you know, like if we could just all get together and, you know, make shit with each other. Like, what if there was a dude that like fixed cars? And what if there was like a dude that was the farmer, you know, and we could like exchange items and, you know, for like goods and services and shit. Like, all right, guess what? You want to try that? And then the tribe next door, they're going to be coming by and they're going to rape you. They're going to pillage you. They're going to take all your shit because you're high as fuck. Go ahead, see how that happens, all right? Because the basic human being, they are psychopaths and they'll just fucking take everything from you. Weed does not make things better. Weed makes things worse. And with that, I end the show. Don't you worry. I'm trying to invite, right now we kind of need Michael Paul Hart's help, but he's totally going to betray all of us, so I'm not too worried about being a dick about it. So that'll be it. That'll be all. Remember, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, on YouTube and on Facebook. Go to Chateau. I think he's going to have it on Mouthwash, but he's also going to have it on Chateau de Mars Hill. Just make sure you go look on Facebook. Find it real since Chateau de Mars Hill. Yeah, here we go. Boom. Just look up, it's on Facebook.com/Fair Mouthwash Talk Show. I will be on there. Yeah, I think he's posting on all of it. So I'll be watching. It'll be about Bills, and a few other things too. It'll be a schizo episode, basically. A lot more fun. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Stay warm out there. Drive safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Anybody out there that's at Big Mama's house that started at 10 o'clock p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, let me know how the jalapenos work. I'm sure it's very voluptuous.